Hi, I'm Garjana, and this is day 7 of the July Junk Journal Challenge 2025. Each weekday this month, I'm showing up with a fresh page inspired by daily prompts created by Lee over at Lee Creates. Today's prompt is Stamp It. And what I love about this prompt is that it immediately makes me think of messages. The kind we send, the kind we receive, and the kind that gets stuck to us even without our permission. And this little accordion journal I've been working in is made of scraps and surprises, and each page becomes part collage, part pause for my soul. As a psychotherapist and someone who collects all sorts of things like old papers and introspections in equal amounts, I use these videos as a way to slow down, reconnect, and craft with both my hands and my heart. So whether you are journaling along or simply taking a deep breath with me, I'm really glad you are here. So, I found this small piece of coffee-dyed paper. It has a beautiful herb print running across it, and I thought it would be ideal as a writing spot. On the left-hand side, there's a tuck spot I made earlier, and part of a leafy branch peeks through. It feels like it's an offering for me as a place to begin. I decide to leave that visible and work around it, and I don't want to cover it. It's already saying something. So what I would like to do, I would like to use my stamp and print the bottom left corner with it. It looks a little bit like half ledger paper, but then half love letter there at the bottom of it. So I really love that, and I really would like to use it like love. It's not love that's loud or decorative, but the kind that sits at the root of things, the kind that steadies me when everything else feels a little bit uncertain. So I decide to use my archival ink, and I pause for a moment before pressing it in, because here's the truth: stamps don't ask if you are sure, they just mark the paper, especially if you are using archival ink. And there's something beautiful about that level of certainty. So I stamp it right there, love, and I let it stay. I let it be part of this junk journal, more or less forever. You know, it's archival ink. And today, like the days before, I have written out a phrase. You get to choose which message stays. Because isn't that what today is all about? We don't always get to choose what gets said to us or what gets stamped on us early in life. But now, here in this quiet little pocket of time, we do get to choose what we want to keep and what we are ready to return to sender. No guilt, no explanation. So I choose to use this little phrase to make it beautiful by going around with my Distress Oxide ink to make it stand out. You get to choose which message stays, and then to glue it on my little writing space. So let's see what else we would like to do. So first I tuck it under that, here this left side branch tuck spot. The green from the leaf detail peeks over the top and frames this folded piece like a canopy. And here is my folded half circle coffee dyed muffin paper, so layered right there on the top, and it has this crinkled texture and warm color that I really love. And it wasn't originally not part of my plan, but it's part of the story now. And under that little flap, I want to hide something, like something private, like this little heart, really tender, really true in that corner. And I think I would like to use here my bright green archival ink. I find it works nicely with the branch on the page before in this little tuck spot. So I grab my stamp and just a simple heart outline here. Press it gently down onto the paper just beneath the flap. So it's like it's invisible at first glance, like hidden, but it's there, and that feels really symbolic for me, that there's a part of me I don't always show, but there's this still stamped deeply. And so I went over the edges of the heart with a black pen to give it definition and add small white dots around the edge with my Posca pen, like light catching on the surface. And so, if this page spoke to something in you today, give it a like and share in the comments. What's one message you would love to stamp into your life now? Something you actually want to keep. Alright, today's page feels solid, stamped, grounded, and it knows what it wants to say. And maybe that's all any of us need. A little clarity, a little truth, and lots of love. I see you tomorrow for more gentle crafting.